Here are 23 ways that you're making your house more dangerous. Some of these are bigger, some of these are smaller, but let's roll quickly through this list so that you can make your house safer, not more dangerous. Number 1, you are not cleaning your dryer vents often enough. If you leave that in there, it becomes a fire hazard and also can be a trap for both bacteria, dirt, and grime that can make you sick. In fact, according to FEMA, there were over 2,900 fires directly attributed to this, with over $35 million in property damage. Number 2 is not having your HVAC properly serviced. Now, you don't want to let a faulty AC be hazardous to you or your family. According to the Electrical Safety Foundation International, air conditioners were responsible for 7,400 fires and claimed 29 lives in 2010. Not to mention that improperly installed window units can be a terrible hazard to someone if it actually fell out of your window on top of someone and could cause death. Number 3 is not having enough counter space or having too many appliances on the counter. You're better off putting these things away and only taking out the ones that you need one at a time. Not only does it keep the counter space clean and sanitary, but it also significantly reduces the likelihood of a fire from the circuits being overloaded. Number 4 is running those extension cords under rugs. Not only is it a trip hazard, but actually over time, if you consistently step on those cords, it degrades them, breaks them down, and could be a source for a fire later on. And you're never gonna know it because it's underneath the rug. According to the Electrical Safety Foundation International, there were over 3,300 fires that were caused, 29 deaths, and 270 injuries strictly from running cords underneath rugs. Number 5, relying on extension cords as a permanent solution. Extension cords can provide a convenient way to power multiple appliances, we all know that, but doing so can increase the risk of potentially dangerous electrical problems. A heavy reliance on extension cords is an indication that you have too few outlets that address your needs. Just go ahead and spring for the extra money to have an electrician come out and put in the extra outlets that you need. Number 6 is plugging an extension cord into another extension cord into another one. Now, the longer the cord, the more resistance that's in the cord, and the higher and higher chance that you can have a fire from overheating. Number 7, replacing electrical outlets that are 2-pronged to 3-pronged without an actual proper ground there. Not only should this show up on your home inspection, but you could falsely assume that you're protected by a ground that doesn't actually exist. Number 8 is permanently sealing off vents. Now, maybe one room gets colder or warmer than the other, or you just can't stand the noise. This is a terrible idea. You're still gonna have air circulation within that pipework, and you could cause serious condensation issues, which causes moisture and mold issues behind the wall that you may not see for a long period of time. Number 9 is stripping lead paint from your walls. Now, I get it, it's there, we want to mitigate it properly and safely, but simply stripping it without doing your homework first could cause to a lot of health problems. If you attempt to sand or remove it chemically without the proper protective equipment, you could cause a ton of harm that you're not gonna see for years down the road. Number 10 is removing handrails. Now, you may be eager to remove it off of that open staircase because you like the look of it, but some of this can be incredibly important for safety within your home. In fact, one study in a 2018 study published by the American Journal of Emergency Medicine found that between 1990 and 2012, nearly 25 million patients were seen for stair-related injuries. Number 11, improperly using oven cleaner. I get it, it's dirty, it's gross in there. We want to get that thing clean and nice so that you don't have to stare at the grossness that's in there or have someone that's over at your house and you open that bad boy and you're embarrassed. Try using your oven's self-cleaning mode first before you go using chemicals, and if you do, you want to use them properly. According to the Journal of Accident and Emergency Medicine, if the fumes are let throughout the house, this could cause some issues down the road. Number 12 is bleach may not be as great as you think. Now, my wife and the lady who helps clean our house do a wonderful job of using as many natural and organic cleaning products as possible. Sometimes you gotta bring in the big dogs though. But if you're going to use bleach, be smart about it. It can cause some serious chemical burns, and if accidentally spilled on your face or eyes or ingested, could cause nasty, nasty damage. According to the CDC, bleach is actually a major contributor to inhalation injuries in the emergency rooms and can cause long-term health issues. Number 13 is using a dirty sponge to clean those dishes. Get it? You're trying to be frugal, but this is something you actually want to regularly change out. Bacteria builds up and over time, and you could actually just be spreading germs instead of actually cleaning them up. And according to one 2006 study published by St. Martin's University Biology Journal, noted that bacteria was found on the sponges included both E. coli and salmonella. Ugh. Number 14 is actually washing your pillows. This may sound like a strange one, but listen to this. In a study in 2005 published by the European Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, researchers swabbed 10 pillows and found various species of bacteria, the most common being Aspergillus fumigatus. I'm sure I'm messing that up, which causes fungal infections. The next one, which I have no idea how to pronounce here, can affect anything from your lungs to your skin. To make sure that you can sleep peacefully at night knowing that there's no issues, you may actually want to look at washing your pillow at least once a month. Number 15 is going to be your kids' stuffed animals. Now this may be all cuddly and cute, but actually could be one of those lurking items in your house that you wouldn't think about. If you aren't washing your kids' stuffed animals on a regular basis, according to a 2007 research paper titled Home Environmental Health Risk published by the Online Journal of Issues in Nursing, pesticides in the home can settle on children's stuffed animals and toys, which if absorbed can cause anything from nausea all the way to seizures. Freaking crazy, right? Number 16 is leaving those nice, lovely scented candles unattended. The National Fire Protection Association reported in 2012 to 2016 an average of 29 candle-related fires occur in any given day. It can be very tempting to leave that thing unattended to burn while you fall asleep. That is not wise. You want to make sure that the flame is properly snuffed out before you actually leave a space for a prolonged period of time. Number 17 is not properly securing your TV. We all knew that TV is probably not healthy, but we didn't know that it possibly could kill you. Here's why. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission notes that from 2014 to 2016, approximately 30,700 people had injuries or emergency room visits treated for tip-over accidents due to TVs. 30,000! Can you believe it? So take the time and use the stud finder properly, and if you're a dad, you know what you gotta do. Beep, 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 beep. Number 18 is a little more commonly known, which is leaving that pool unattended or easily accessible. Now, having a pool might seem like the ultimate luxury, and I would agree that it is, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility and liability if you're not careful. Now, according to the 2008 report put out by the CPSC, 45% of the estimated non-fatal drownings injuries sustained at a pool or spa between 2015 and 2017 involving children younger than 15 occurred at a residence. Now, the good news is it's really easy to put up a gate or a fence or a pool cover, especially during the season in which it's not being occupied or used. Now, you want to do the same thing with your bath. I get it, you sprung for the large bathtub so that you could relax, but you don't want to leave that thing unattended after you're done. According to the CDC, bathtub drownings accounted for approximately 10% of both fatal and non-fatal drownings from 2005 to 2009. And what's more dreadful is that the majority of those are under the age of 5. So absolutely never leave your children unattended with these big, deep bathtubs. And make sure to drain the tub when you get out and are done. Number 20 is the use of a wood stove. Now, I am a sucker for a wood stove, so I would definitely be paying attention to this one. It can make your space feel nice and charming and give it that nice rustic feel. But improperly vented wood stoves can become a very serious risk, both for a house fire and for carbon monoxide. The American Lung Association lists exposure to wood smoke as a potential risk factor for both asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So the thing that you got to make the whole space nice, rustic, and charming, if improperly installed, could actually be a serious health risk. Number 21 is the use of a space heater. Don't let your pursuit of warm and cozy land you in the hospital. A 2018 report from the National Fire Protection Association notes that a staggering 86% of home heating fire deaths and 78% of injuries were caused by space heaters from 2012 to 2016. So if you do own one, make sure that it's far away from anything flammable, it's cleaned regularly, and that you turn it off if you're going to leave the room. Number 22 is grilling too close to the house. Now, before you fire up the barbecue this next year, make sure that you have these safety rules committed to memory. Always make sure that you grill far enough away from the house, not only for the toxic fumes that could easily be swept inside the home, but if it's too close to the house, you can actually melt the siding. Ensure that your coals or anything that heat source or fire source is completely out before you leave it unattended. Never ever grill inside. You have toxic fumes that you'll be releasing into the inside and could seriously injure or kill you. If you forget this, you could literally be one of the 19,000 people that are injured or killed each year by grills. Number 23 is going to be spraying air fresheners. Now, you wouldn't think the thing that you're going around to make either masking the smells or making your house smell wonderful could actually hurt you. But But according to the American Lung Association, VOCs, or volatile organic compounds, can actually cause cancer. Believe it or not, a lot of these aerosol sprays contain them, and so even if you're going to spray them, you want to make sure you use them wisely and are not inhaling this on a regular occasion. There are plenty of them out there that are organic or are much safer to use. Make sure you check the label. Now, this is a long list, some more important to pay attention to others. Let us know down below if we missed anything and YouTube thinks that you might like this video next.